Why do creative people always have a hard time talking about money? Many have a skewed way to think about it, ask for it, deal with it, or even spend it. And it's a complex topic that always feels like it's in the background. So let's move it to the foreground today. I'm Raphael, and welcome to the channel where our goal is to always fix it in camera and then finesse it in post. And I always appreciate the early thumbs up because we are all creatives making money. But for some reason, creatives have a larger struggle when it comes to getting paid. And I'm not talking about telling everyone how much money you make or flashing dollar bills all the time. I am talking about getting paid for what you're worth and the work that you do. Working up to a level where you can easily talk about money when someone asks how much your services will cost. That you would have a solid answer and you say it with confidence and is the right amount for the work plus your experience. And if that person says your price is too high, you just say, all good, I'm sure you'll find someone within your budget. Good luck with your project. That's what I mean, creatives talking about money. And on top of that, for you freelancers or contractors, how many of you have to wait 30 days or more to get paid on an invoice? Why is it okay for the creative industry to delay payment for the work done? What other industries actually have that? My feeling is that many creatives, just by their nature, feel that money isn't that important. And of course that's true. There are many more important things in life. Family, love, art, world peace, coffee. But the whole world seems to be obsessed with money, and creatives instinctively revolt to that. Because creatives try to look at the world differently, right? But money is important. Not the most important thing, but maybe more important than we care to admit. Here's a simple example of what money can do. It is our jobs as creatives to protect our family, keep them healthy, fed, and safe, to fund our ventures and to fund our creative expressions. And creating doesn't directly pay for that, so we need to charge for our work. But so many only charge the bare minimum, not taking into account how much equipment costs over years, or insurance, or vacations, or we choose to make money other ways. And for some reason, we tend to put making money, collecting money, and managing money when it's tied to being creative very low on the priority list. And this doesn't make any sense, especially when it drives so much of how we work and what we do. And honestly, I get it. We don't want to feel like we sold out. But where did this ambivalent attitude to money and success come from? The rest of the world would jump at a chance for fame and fortune, but when it's laid out on a plate for us, we hesitate as creatives. Why? When athletes or well-established artists announce a new endorsement deal with a big brand, many people applaud and say, well, of course, they deserve it. Good for them. But for independent artists or creatives, there is the stigma. The image of selling our artistic soul to corporate piles of money are very strong. And we as artists work long and hard to build our social capital and fear if we accept more than the bare minimum, we'll lose our creative integrity. And I know that's because we don't want to seem greedy, and making money opens up creatives to a lot of criticism. And it's hard to articulate why we should get paid, why we deserve it, why more than the bare minimum is actually needed. Because just like the athletes and the top tier artists, time has been spent curating the craft. The advantage of top athletes and artists is they know that if an opportunity walks away, there will be 20 others waiting in the wing to offer something better. And maybe that's it. Creatives fear that an opportunity will walk away and never be replaced again. And I know that feeling. I remember when I was starting out, it was hard to know your worth in the creative space. Your knowledge and practical experience is very small, and sometimes we need to get experience. So we'll do work that is nearly free because it is valuable to us, and we are getting a great return on that experience. That's investing in yourself, phase one. But something happens in this phase one time. I'm not sure where it stems from. Perhaps it's family having a negative attitude towards money, or when we received money for our birthdays and pretended like it was no big deal, or say stuff like, oh, you shouldn't have, like we shouldn't receive money for nothing. But again, money is important, and it is the key to all that we want to accomplish. That is why it's so important to set up ways for money to come to you. Financial literacy is a long-term game, and you have to deal with it with your mind, not with your emotions. And creatives love to live in their emotions. But because many creatives don't like talking about money, many don't learn to speak money's language. We don't learn how to negotiate, we don't learn how to sell ourselves and our services, and how to make a living, let alone making wealth. I bet that many of you understand what a profit and loss sheet is. But do you know what a balance sheet is? How to use it? Or amortization, depreciation, appreciation, fixed costs, variable costs, forecasts? I know you understand the creative language, but you also need to understand the financial language. Understanding a balance sheet and how it affects your financial wealth is key to put yourself in a position to never have to worry about asking for money, because it will always be flowing to you once you have set up the right system. For many creatives, there's only one money-making system that they learn, and they stick to it: earned money. Do work, earn money, spend money, repeat forever. This is a loop that is near impossible to create any kind of financial freedom, because we earn the money, then we spend the money on living and upgrading our working environment to do better and faster work, and it just keeps going. The cycle doesn't end. That is why so many people talk about multiple income streams, passive income, investing, dividends, and paying yourself first. How many of you actually know what that really means? That's where you put money into paying your future self, putting into investments, into retirement accounts, paying down debt, not just making room on debt to use it over again. But before you can do any of that, you have to be able to increase your income. As creatives, there are a few ways to do this. Work more, try to find ethical brand sponsors to align with you, a side hustle to the side hustle, sell products or courses or exclusive items that only come from you. There are also easy ways to create reoccurring revenue, because that is where it needs to get to. This is where affiliates come into play. If you use gear or software, talk about it freely, especially if people ask you about it, and point them to your affiliate link. This could be Amazon or all the other affiliates that are available. Chances are that if you use something, hardware or software, there is an affiliate for you out there. The other way is where many get stuck: direct support from fans, viewers, or the community at large. These are the Patreons, the YouTube channel memberships, PayPal donations, and many others. And Patreon and channel memberships aren't a requirement, like a fan buying merch or the album right at the show, not at a big box store. No one is forced to sign up to any of these. They do it because they can and they want to. And it's a powerful vote of confidence if they do. And that's the whole purpose of Patreon or channel memberships. And all of these are what they mean when they say multiple sources of income. They are all small pieces to a bigger money puzzle. And once set up, they just work on their own in the background. I believe setting them up from the start is a smart move, even though emotionally it goes against so much that is in creatives. But again, only those that can and want to will. And to be clear, all of these take time to set up and get going. And it's your job, if you want to create and build the community that will cheer you on to succeed. That is all on you. Provide value and the money will follow. There is a right time to open up all these avenues of income, so it has to be up to you to be confident when to start it. Money stress is no fun. That is true for anybody. But if your passion is to create, then understand worrying about money will kill your creativity. Just like new gear, money won't make you more creative. Money will only solve money problems. Your headspace is your workspace. And if it's cluttered with money worries, it's hard to get into the creative zone to do your best work. Does that sound like a reason to take money a little more seriously? Deep down, we know money is a fact of life and it's not going away. Sooner or later, we will have to deal with it. So when the universe is offering you money, I say you take it, but always on your terms. I'd love to know your thoughts on creatives making money. Share them down below in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe. I'm Raphael. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.